You know, we want to be able to accommodate that, and DC also, you know, joins the conversation, and then of course, you know, the passionate players who really let their points, you know, be heard on Twitter and social media.
Yeah, and through the mailbox and shouting outside your house, I'm sure, and everything.
Yeah.
We're having a look at some gameplay right here. Gorilla Grodd already going at it.
Yes, two of the you know, new additions to our roster. Gorilla Grodd, who's, you know, the villain of the Flash, and Atrocitus, who was kind of like, you know, a big, angry, bloody Red Lantern, kind of almost like the opposite of Green Lantern. Who's and you know, Atrocitus is kind of like an anti-hero, but he's got a lot of anger issues. And but they're so far two of our big brawler characters. Grodd's kind of interesting in that he has these kind of big, you know, gorilla ape moves, but he also has kind of telekinetic moves, which is like kind of like a Kenshi or an Ermac or something like that. It's a great combination of the two.
We'll talk about the gear system in a second, but how is the fighting developed? Is it very much similar to Injustice, the first one we played 2 years ago?
The groundwork is Injustice. I mean, we're with every game we try to add layers for players to kind of learn and master. You know, like a lot of these. You know, the fighting game tournaments, you know, the hardcore guys, you know, we're really into the whole esports thing. We've been doing with Mortal Kombat X and the first Injustice. We've been participating pretty heavily into the tournament scene. And so we've added a number of kind of like lower level stuff that, you know, some players may never quite experience, but the hardcore guys who really want to dig deep can really devour.
And talk to us a little bit about the gear system. So how does this work? Is it just like unlocks? Is it purely aesthetic?
Sure, it's gear, and probably in the simplest of terms, I would describe gear as costume pieces that actually power up your character. So, you know, when you finish a fight, we're going to have these drops where basically, and the victory screen also rewards you with this gear, and you have the choice of, you know, equipping your character with that gear or not. And so there's a molding, so to speak, of as you keep getting gear, you keep, you know, deciding if you want to use it, and, you know, you want to focus on, you know, offense or defense, or enhance certain moves or unlock certain moves. And you'll see here that the gear is being rewarded, and the player has the opportunity to equip their character with that gear right away, or to kind of save it in a like a
vault, or
exactly, and then they can, you know, equip their player for certain missions or something like that if they really want to beef up their defense or offense or enhance this one move or something like that. And that kind of customization really results in, like, you know, visually and gameplay wise, it's your Grodd, it's your Superman, your Batman, your Aquaman, and that's really the kind of foundation of what we're building our main gameplay around.
Go for a bit.
I've got a question. Who is this rocket-powered cat that keeps flying in from Atrocitus?
He is also, you know, Atrocitus is a Red Lantern. You know, there's a whole spectrum of colors, and he is actually another Red Lantern. His name is Dexstar. It's part of the DC lore, and they're kind of they kind of work together. And so we incorporated him into the fighting. He shoots projectiles.
Oh yeah, look.
He does all these.
Oh man,
he's adorable.
He is.
And then and we have a.
You're speaking to a good crowd here as well. Two of us are cat lovers.
Yeah, and so it's awesome. People who know the Atrocitus, you know, kind of backstory and lore will really appreciate his cameo there.
How is the gear stuff going to play into what you were talking about earlier with esports? Are you going to lock that stuff out? Is it, you know? Yeah,
well, certainly, you know, with you know the gameplay changes are you're going to have a significantly more powerful version of Superman after you've been, you know, gearing him up and leveling him up. So we will obviously have something to level things out for things like tournaments and whatnot, because you don't want to have, you know, somebody coming in with a level 50 Superman against a level 1 you know, Batman or something like that. But we certainly have plans to do like a more level playing field version.
DC are also keeping pretty busy on their own media front. The development of Batman versus Superman, has that affected your development at all, or like even Supergirl, like what they're doing there? Has